So the ship will repair itself over the next few weeks.
Yes. But if they're searching for it, I may lose it forever. I have to get there as soon as possible.
We are now outside the city limits. Back in the hub.
Then why are there so many police here?
It's not normal, but it's starting to make horrible sense.
What?
I heard rumors at the club earlier. Our police has been privatized, bought by D. Rothwell. Higher Space Force mercenaries landed during the night. Hub Council arrested. Martial law and news blackout declared. It's a bloody junta. Look! Space Commandos. It's a horror show.
And Vista Rotville is responsible for this?
And the corporations. They hung us out to dry.
Get off the street, now!
Then bought us out for Satoshis on the Bitcoin.
All my life, the hub has been a utopia. The glittering center of civilization. Centuries of settlers. A golden age. Now gangs, poverty, disease. There are hungry and homeless people in the hub today. It's scandalous. And it happened so quickly.
And what happened?
But D. Rothwell and the other corporations moved into space. Beyond the law, the hub economy collapsed.
Their activities are not considered illegal. Crime was rare before, but now with the gangs, drugs, smuggling. This used to be a good hotel.
The gangs work hand in hand with D. Rothwell. Off-worlders tripped into slavery, working the bars and streets.
De Rothwell again?
They're everywhere.
They said there's plenty of work. Free credit to cover transport to Sirius. Work for all. Just sign the contract, dumped outside the city gates and herded into the city through tunnels. Like cattle. Then I need more credits for the work permit.
Then they pass new taxes.
I signed the contract. How am I supposed to pay my bills when I have to give half to Chapter 5 every day?
So now we know, it's all a fraud. The Rothwell Robotics tricked us all. They sold us into slavery.
What's the answer then?
Church of Unflesh? Church of Everlife?
No. We must start to fight for our freedom.
Continue surveillance of the female. We must know more.
Yes, sir.
Report.
Medical tests indicates progressive rejection of your current exoskeleton system. I have an improved model ready for replacement.
Very well. How long will it take?
2 or 3 days will suffice.
But the last one was installed in 18 hours.
The new model requires meticulous installation. I am sure you will appreciate the improvements.
I'm ready. And the intruder, your latest data.
Intruder identified as Blue Cluster Vessel, Pleiadian origin. Codename Seven Sisters. There is no more data.
The Seven Sisters. For generations my family have held the record of ownership to this vehicle. We alone know its true capabilities, its ancient origins.
Which are
the ability to traverse space and time.
Temporal displacement. I solved the equations long ago. The materials required for fabrication do not exist on this quantum level.
And your plan?
Its speed exceeds those of our ships. Heading Portal 5. I have calculated a convergence zone for all fleet ships in the area. Our combined force will overpower its protective fields. I shall endeavor to capture the sample alive and whole.
I must have that ship.
I serve the corporation. I shall not fail.
Only place in town for Firebrand. They say it's made by druids on the planet Marla.
Breaking news.
The council members were seen leaving under heavy armed escort. They face charges of fraud, embezzlement, and abuse of office. Meanwhile, protests against martial law continue throughout parts of the city.
The Warden Cliff? A tribute to Tesla.
They say there's no such thing as free energy.
True. but you can borrow as much as you like.
Good evening. What can I get you?
I'll have what you're drinking.
A bottle of Firebrand 45 will do nicely.
You said you studied our language and culture?
We have a research and observation fleet. They undertake short-term missions to catalogue newly discovered worlds. Student volunteers are also encouraged to serve. Your origins are well known to us. We are aware of your earthly ancestors and those before them. I myself served 2 terms of service there, before the fall.
That's impossible. That was 400 years ago.
I have voyaged far. I am ranked Mila Luminous, a distinction reserved for those who have traveled 1,000 light years or more in service.
So how old are you?
On my world, age is not discussed with strangers. Forgive me, I am tired.
Firebrand 45 and 2 Cherry Nebula Haze.
I've never been served by a robot before.
Android, actually. Don't tick them.
This firebrand is pretty good. And this plant. It was one of many we gifted to the Earth people. Very medicinal.
Gifted?
Things were very different then. Earth was at a scientific and spiritual pinnacle. Visitors came from across the galaxy. Those days are long past. The star portal remains a vital nexus to many other worlds.
Word from our sponsor.
The Old Earth exhibition welcomes you. The sector's greatest attraction, the Park Museum contains hundreds of dazzling authentic replicas of old Earth civilization. Based at the spaceport, easy access is guaranteed by Helijet, Air Taxi, or Hubloop.
Let's go.
Talk about synchronicity. Looks like you found it.
That's not funny.